Today's job is a tough one. Livy and Jack are so far apart, they aren't even in the same zip code. This calls for a double dose of angel power.
You knew it would be this way, didn't you? You knew my plan to get rid of Caleb would work, but it would cost me the person I love.
Doesn't have to. I still hope for happy endings.
Yeah, well, it's gonna take a whole lot more than hope, Rafe. Jack's gone. He's left Port Charles.
What the hell? Rafe, what are you doing?
I'm trying to stop you from making a mistake you will regret for the rest of your life.
Hey. How do you feel?
No different. That trial drug he gave me doesn't seem to be working.
Well, you gotta give it a little time. You know? I have a good feeling about this new formula.
Yeah, well, your good feeling in a quarter will get me bus fare.
Actually, a quarter's not gonna buy you much these days. But my good feeling and my taking care of you, that's what's gonna save your life.
The truth is, Chris, I'm scared. And I'm holed up in here, cut off from everybody else. Nobody even knows what's happened to me.
Yeah, except me. And you know that's the way we have to keep it, right?
Well, that's what scares me the most. My life is in your hands. Talk about a cosmic joke.
Or maybe that's just the way it's supposed to be.
Chris, I'm sick. I'm scared. And I miss Frank. Nothing is the way it's supposed to be. You expecting anyone?
Whoever it is, they'll go away.
He's beautiful, isn't he?
Yeah. Having him back restores my faith in the world. I know that good things can still happen. Oh, buddy.
Definitely is a good thing.
Definitely. And now, you know, it's back to bottle feedings and diaper changing and endless sleepless nights.
Sounds like heaven, doesn't it?
Yeah. It does. But there are still some things we need to talk about.
Well, we've had a rough couple of months. But now that we have Daniel back...
What? Now that we have Danny back?
What?
I need to know if you still want to be with me.
We have a child together. We'll always be connected.
That's not what I'm talking about. Are you still in love with me?
All Jack's clothes are gone. Most of his stuff. Except a picture of us that he left behind. He couldn't get away from me fast enough.
I probably would have done the same thing. You heard him.
Rafe, don't you think I know that? I came here to tell Jack how much I love him, beg him to give me another chance. But I guess I should have known it would be too late.
No, it is never too late to ask for forgiveness.
Yeah, well, apparently it is for us. Rafe, Jack's gone. Remember?
The guy that you love is somewhere out there, just tearing himself apart, and you're sitting in here feeling sorry for yourself? Maybe Jack was right to check out.
I really needed to hear that, Rafe.
You know what? I think you did, Livy. I mean, maybe it's time you stop whining and start to do something.
Rafe, I don't know what you're doing, but I don't care.
I'm just looking for a ride back to Port Charles with you. It'd be fine.
No way. I'm not going back to Port Charles. I'm out of here. I'll be happy as can be if I never hear the word vampires or slayers ever again.
What about Livy? Will you be happy if you never hear her name again, or her voice, or her laugh?
Well, there hasn't been a whole lot of laughing going on.
Oh, okay, well then, go ahead, because that's a really good reason to split.
Livy's gonna live.
Yeah, but will you?
You know what? You're really getting on my nerves.
All this unresolved stuff is gonna follow you around wherever you go. You got room for that much baggage on
What do
your
you
bike?
expect me to do? Huh? Pretend Livy doesn't exist? Or maybe we can be friends. I mean, come on, Rafe, get real. None of that's gonna happen.
Or maybe there's a third option. Maybe you guys can try again?
Did you hear anything I just said?
You guys had a good thing going.
Obviously not good enough.
You went through hell to save her, man.
And I don't want to go back there again. I should have realized a long time ago that it was over.
Okay, so now that Caleb's gone, Livy's apologized to you and told you how much she loves you. Now you're walking away.
No. I'm driving. As fast as I can. So thanks for whatever, but it's too late.
It's never too late.
I wish I had a simple answer for you, Lambert.
Well, I'd settle for any answer.
Of course I still love you. And I want to give Danny the family he deserves, but
But did and said some horrible things to each other.
that we did.
I can't forget how good we were together, Ian, and we've been given something that few people ever get. We've been given a second chance. And don't you think that we owe it to Danny to try and make this work?
I don't have to try to love you, Lambert. That's the problem. To love someone the way I do. And not trust them.
So, are you saying that Caleb was right about us? That our love wasn't enough? That it isn't enough? I am willing to take the first step. I am willing to put the past behind us and move forward.
Put the past behind us.
Yes.
You're willing to forget that I slept with Lucy Cole?
Hello. It's 7:30 at night. Decent people are trying to sleep.
What are they thinking?
Rest up. Saturday from 7 to...
What took you so long?
I was on the phone. Not that that's any of your business. I was talking with the hospital, okay? Some people work for a
I
living.
want to see Karen.
God, how many times does a guy have to get kicked in the teeth before he learns?
I am not leaving this building until I see Karen. Your neighbors are going to get real sick of seeing me
This is
here.
pathetic. Keep your voice down, okay? Now, Karen made her choice. You need to move on.
I don't believe that.
Frank, I don't know what to suggest. Maybe a dating service, something like that. She's not even here. Okay? She's out shopping, Christmas shopping, and guess who didn't make the list this
I
year?
don't believe she's not here.
Well, then look around, okay? Maybe she's under the sofa. Check behind the drapes. Better yet, go to the bedroom. She's been spending most of her time in our bed.
You
know
son of
something?
a-
You really ought to be used to the rejection by now. You've had plenty of experience with it.
I am not going anywhere until I talk to Karen.
Karen loves me now, and I love her. Deal with it.
I will never buy that. I know Karen. There's got to be something else going on around here, and you took advantage like you always do.
Right.
Chris, her parents are worried about her. Rhonda wants to see her.
Yeah, well, maybe that's not what Karen wants right now.
So you're saying that not only has Karen fallen madly in love with you, now she doesn't even want to see her mom?
Well, what do you think you're doing?
I'm calling Rhonda, Scott, Eve, all the people who really love Karen. Invite them over here to hear your story, Chris.
I'm not trying to hurt you, but I think you had enough people come along, pat you on the head, and tell you everything's gonna be okay. I'm here to tell you it's not unless you make it okay.
Okay, you're right. You're right. I just had the same discussion with my father. And, I need to make a life for myself, to grow up.
Good.
And maybe growing up means a life without Jack.
Or maybe it means just following your instincts.
It's kind of hard to do. I've made so many terrible mistakes already.
Usually from listening to other people.
And you're not like other people, are you?
Okay. Just pretend I'm not here.
Okay.
I want you to think about what you really feel that you need right now.
Okay, probably to figure out who I am and not just a product of my mother or father, but me.
How would you go about doing that?
Well, for starters, to not be afraid to be alone. That's kind of hard to do, hard when all I ever think about is me and Chuck together.
Okay. You know what? Maybe you're meant to be with Jack. Maybe not. But don't you think you need to find out? And take it from me, time's too precious to waste. So, maybe we should take the first step tonight.
Look, how did you get ahead of me?
I don't know. Maybe you're slowing down. Or maybe you don't really want to leave poor Charles.
Why do you care so much whether I leave or not?
I care because I hate waste. When I see someone like you throwing your love away, I mean, you know why Livy did what she did. Why can't you find it in your heart to understand?
I get it up here, but inside is where I have so many questions.
Well, you're not going to find the answers if you run away.
I just keep asking myself, why did Livy answer Caleb's call? It had to be because he could give her something that I couldn't. I was just dumb enough to think Livy would settle for a house with a white picket fence.
That doesn't sound so dumb to me.
I don't know, maybe it's just because there was this little place down by the river where we first met. It was kind of run down, and I don't know. It's nothing she would want.
How do you know?
Because I know. This conversation's over. Get out of the way.
Fine. Okay, I'll get out of your face if you just do me one favor.
Anything to get rid of you.
Do yourself a favor. Look back one more time before you split. You owe yourself that much, all right?
He's asleep. When I found out about you and Lucy, it made me sick to my stomach.
I never meant for it to happen.
Sleeping with Lucy or getting caught. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It still hurts, you know? But, if I'm truthful with myself, I can understand how you ended up in that situation. I believed everybody else except you.
You thought I killed a man in cold blood. Kidnapped his wife, kidnapped my own son.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I cannot begin to understand how you must have felt. And so, I realize that I steered you in the direction of Lucy.
No, I'm not gonna let you take the blame for that. I have no idea. I have no idea what happened. I know that there was something tearing us apart, and I should have fought harder. But
So what do we do? I mean, how do we find our way back?
I don't know.
We haven't always needed words to communicate.
Even when you were driving me crazy, I wanted...
It's been a long time for us, you know?
Maybe too long.
Hello. Down. Sit down. You look so pale.
This drug isn't working, Chris. My time's really running out, isn't it?
No, don't you say that, okay?
Karen, I knew you were here. Get the hell out of here, Scanlon. What's this?
Frank.
What's this?
Frank.
Karen, is Chris giving you drugs? Is he keeping you hooked on drugs?
What do you think?
I told you to get the hell out of here and do it now before I throw you out. Karen, you would always talk to me before. Why don't you tell me what's wrong? I'm telling you now, it's nothing. And you talk too much.
Oh, God. You shouldn't have done that.
I know what's going on here.
No, Frank.
But I'm taking you out of here.
Listen to me.
No.
Wait.
No, you're coming with me.
What's wrong? What are you thinking?
The last time we were this close, you tried to drug me.
I was wrong.
I can't get past it.
Will we ever get past this?
I don't know.
We don't trust anymore. We don't trust each other. Was Caleb right about that? Did he see something that we didn't see?
It just doesn't feel the same anymore.
We're not the same.
I'll go to him. I'm sorry.
So much.
I've been getting the house ready. And Jack, I can't believe this place is really ours.
Wow, I wanted to give you something you loved.
And I love every corner, every inch, every little perfect little room in our place.
I love you. Now let's go inside.
Stay tuned for scenes from the next Port Charles. Miracles happen.
On the next Port Charles.
Is it just a party, or could it turn out to be our wedding?
I love you, Karen. Whatever it is can't change how much I love you.
I never expected to see you again.
Just thought it would be best for both of us.
Not for me.